Hi, and welcome to Tuesday Tips. April is Fair Housing Month, therefore our tips this month will be focused on fair housing. As you well know, everything we do in our industry is affected by fair housing. There have been several fair housing slogans over the years, but the one that I like the most is fair housing is the law. And that's what we want you to keep in mind, that fair housing is the law. Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1968 is known as the Fair Housing Act. It was signed into law by President Johnson 7 days after Martin Luther King's assassination. It prohibits housing providers from discriminating against individuals based on 7 protected classes: race, which is a heritage; color, which is skin pigmentation; religion, meaning spiritual or the lack of a spiritual belief; national origin, meaning the country or country of ancestry; sex, which includes orientation or gender; disability, which could be mental or physical; and familial status, which means protections for children under the age of 18, pregnant women, and people who are securing custody of children under the age of 18. Then there's the 504 Rehabilitation Act of 1973, which prohibits discrimination based on a disability in all programs by federal agencies, federal contractors, and other recipients of federal financial assistance. It has 2 familiar requests that you're familiar with. 1, reasonable accommodations, which could be a program change. 2, reasonable modifications, which would be a structural change. Although Section 504 often overlaps with the disability discrimination in the Fair Housing Act, it differs in that it also imposes broader affirmative obligations on the owners and the managers, which makes the program a whole and accessible to persons with disability. There are several topics that are covered up under the Fair Housing umbrella. You have the Violence Against Women's Act, you have the LGBT, you have limit English proficiency, you have disparate impact, you have sexual harassment, you have affirmatively furthering fair housing, and the Affirmative Fair Housing Marketing Plan. Some of these we will cover as the weeks go on. So join us next week as we discuss fair housing topics, and remember, fair housing is the law.
We hope you'll join us Tuesday, April 25th at 10:30 a.m. for another Facebook Live event. Vicki will take your questions and answer them live on Facebook. We'll discuss the topics reasonable accommodations and reasonable modifications. So get your questions ready about those 2 topics. Again, Tuesday, April 25th. Don't miss out on another free educational event.